Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. We got a little bit of ZRacing coming our way. Doing the Beach Island loop. So should be fun as we continue to just kind of brutalize ourselves in these wonderful, wonderful ZRacing events. Let's pick somebody to warm up with and let's make them slow. There we go. I know, it's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, so. Conversely, you guys are always racing during my workday where I'm not allowed to watch. So, how's it going, George? Hopefully you're doing all right. I tested the shorts live stream earlier today. Very early, actually, in fact, with my morning workout. Off bike. So I might try that again tomorrow. We're doing good. We're doing good. Tonight we race and then we fix the laundry machine, hopefully. Knock on wood. Trials and tribulations, I guess. How are you doing, George? Hopefully you're doing all right. This course shouldn't be too bad. It's what? 98 meters of climbing at the end of the day. Legs are feeling okay. You know, in my infinite wisdom, which is no wisdom whatsoever, I signed up for Trainer Road again for a month, so we'll see how that kind of goes. I'm good. Did a race this afternoon. We had a bot doing 964 watts. I am hoping he was at least 200 kilograms, but to make it fair. Oh boy, you gotta love it when stuff like that happens. I don't know how they don't deal with that immediately. The thing is the more you allow things like that to happen, the worse off racing becomes. Because if you're miscategorizing people and they're in the lead group and somebody goes off the front and maybe they're not doing 964 watts, but they're doing more than they know anybody else can handle. There are people that will try to follow, myself included, to the detriment of the rest of the race. 51-year-old Cat D rider. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. Being in my 50s, if I could hold 964 watts for more than a 15 to 20 second sprint, I would be extremely excited, especially for an entire race. That is something else. Again, at least it was, very, very apparent. You know you're not going to chase that. Whereas some people, I think it's not so apparent, and it kind of ruins your race because you're pushing yourself way too far, and you actually don't have an opportunity to race the race that you would race if you were allowed to race that race. Say that 10 times fast. Oh boy. Oh boy. Why does the pace partner have to be doing a climb? Oh well. We got like, I think 26 minutes before start, so we're in a lot earlier than I thought I was. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Yeah, it's been interesting. I've been on so many platforms as of late, like I said. Trainer and Roads, Zwift, Indy Velo, Whoosh, My Whoosh, Whoosh. It's been interesting. Trainer Road I found, and I remember why I don't like it so much, is that it's a very steady state thing. Like I was probably doing, I want to say 130 watts yesterday. Not that that's overly hard or extremely anything compared to normal, but the fact that you just sit at that constant speed with no change, I guess, other than maybe your cadence a little bit, that I really just don't like it. I don't think my legs appreciate it either. I like Trainer Road, but I stopped the subscription. Yeah, it's good. It's effective. You know, I have my friend Mitch on Two Wheels has been on it for years. He's got nothing but results. So, I mean, it's effective in that. It's just, you know, for me, I have some time off here, so I just wanted to make sure, because my habit is, and my bad habit is that I will go and I will just do like noodly little rides like this on Zwifts, which don't really help. So having a little bit of structure, and I wanted to check out their red light, green light to kind of see with some of the outside rides that I've been doing where I've been pushing. And it's funny, you kind of know it, like when you're coming up against the wall, but it identified a couple spots where I shouldn't have been training. A black screen for 20 bucks per month. Yeah, it's, I think you're paying more for the training plans and the training routines than anything else. It's like paying for a coach. I mean, if you pay for a coach, it's more than 20 bucks a month, hands down. You're gonna pay way more than that. But, I mean, it depends what your goals are and what you want to do and all those kind of things. I just signed up for the monthly plan. Probably in a month's time, I'll be off it again. Like I said, I just wanted something a little bit more structured for the time here, because the weather hasn't been the greatest. I find myself kind of like not doing the work that I should be doing, just being a little bit lazy. So we'll see. I don't know that we'll keep it going, but who knows? I mean, that's the nice thing is when you go month to month, yeah, you pay a little bit more, but if I don't want to do a full year, I won't. And I want to see how it integrates with things like the red light, green light. My biggest complaint when I was on it before was that I would go race and I would go do things, and then I would, kind of burn myself out basically on the training app. I actually got hurt. I'm not sure. I mean, part of it was I just took a misstep, but I think I had over fatigued some muscles, and I think it played a part in it, but who knows? Red light, green light is nice, but you can also just use your brain and listen to your body. 100%. Although, like I said, sometimes it's nice to get that push. it's, yeah, it's, you know, like I said, I mean, it wasn't a big ride I did the other day, but it was just kind of like, I didn't like it. And like I said, it felt like it was like slower than I would have gone. It's just, I don't know, a weird space. We'll give it a chance again and see how it sort of plays out. It's interesting because it auto-detected my FTP much lower than anything else. I had just done that day, I did the grade for the first time. It estimated my FTP as something. So I have like 3 wildly different FTP kind of ranges. So I found that a little bit interesting. You know, I've got Trainer Road's thoughts on it. I've got Strava's. I've got intervals, and then I've got Zwift's. So yeah, structure is also good, but it brings me away from training because no real motivation. Yeah, I think you have to have goals too in mind. I mean, mine all got blown apart when Unbound didn't happen. We had Canadian Nationals, which were yesterday. Had a bunch of friends that competed. I think out of all my friends that competed, one finished because it was a rainy, muddy, absolute bog of a day. I saw photographs of friends' derailleurs just totally and utterly destroyed, rolled up in their bikes, so they got DNFs. I know Riley took 7 hours to finish the course. I don't know if he had a mechanical or what the deal was, but he finished. I have a sneaky suspicion he was rolling one gear. But yeah, it's always interesting, those kind of things. Me, as soon as it rained and I knew it was going to be mud, I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, that's it. I'm done. I'm a fair weather rider. I'm not afraid to admit that either. I just, there's no point, you know, throwing a derailleur into your spokes and wrecking your bike when you don't have the backing to deal with that. It's just, you know, for something that, for me, I'm not going to win. I mean, it's just going to see how, you know, how I do in the course and push me a little bit harder than I would normally, and, you know, maybe finish, I think Riley finished like 75th, so, you know, maybe a little higher than that would be nice, but, you know, in all reality, whatever. I stopped carrying less on FTP too. Yeah, it's one of those numbers that kind of, it's just a reference point. I mean, it's good to know. It's good to know when you race. It's kind of good to know where you're sort of going. It's helpful not to blow up. But I mean, on Zwift, it's, you know, with these shorter races, it's hang on kind of thing. You know, I'm conscientious of the numbers in the sense that I know sort of where I'm at and where I can go, and what might be a bit too much. I know I did that for tiny races on the weekend, which I raced for the first time in a long time, which was interesting. As you well know, they changed the structure for that, where you're categorized based on VO2, and my VO2 was so bad that I was almost an E. Weirdly enough. But it's good to know, like, the first race is, most people go out like gangbusters. They go really hard. I just sort of mitigated my placing and then went from there. And then the third race, which was the same course as the first race, I actually did better. Even though I think you saw it right at the end there, George, where I just didn't have the gas to catch on. I ultimately hooked up with a group, and, you know, we clawed back some stuff. So, I mean, it was good. But, I mean, I might be put back in C by Zwift while finishing second or third. including the bot in a very fast ZRacing too. Sorry, bitch, you around today. It's all good, man. It's what we're here for, man. We're just like we're all talking about things, and we all love to race and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's an interesting, that you're finishing second and third with a very fast-paced race, and you still might get put in C, where you'll clearly clean up. It's and I saw that, and congratulations. It's that was a good win. I don't know about you, but I did feel for the most part, and again, I have a lot of fatigue in my legs as of late. I'm not racing well because I've been pushing the mileage outside, but I felt it was, for me anyways, a little more tame at the start compared to what it was before. Even though, again, I did struggle because my legs were just cooked prior to going in. But I think the VO2 max is kind of an interesting way to divide things up. It seems to work well for that race. Because that's really what's pushing the pace in those things. But those weren't exactly what I would call JD-friendly courses either. Especially the crit. I don't know why they call that a crit course. I really dislike that course. It's, you would think that you could punch up that climb a lot quicker. It's just too long for a guy like me, I guess. I don't know. It's a bit of an interesting race. I just not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. I much prefer Glasgow or Glasgow Reverse or Crit City. I'm not a fan of Crit City Reverse, but even that is, I will take that any day over that Mercure Island Crit. It's not what I call my favorite by any stretch. So this should be interesting. I didn't even think I was close to a level. But now I got the Scotty Squirrel hat. Whoop whoop. And that's exactly it. For me, it felt really nice. The starts were so much more relaxed. 100% agree. 100% agree. It just felt completely different. I mean, you were still pushing yourself, but it was not how they are typically, which is, you sell your soul for, in my case, for a race, one race. Even the race, the second one, which I should have done well on, I didn't do that great. I chased the first two guys. I thought I was going to get a decent lead out, and I just didn't have the VO2 max, I guess. Maybe that's why I'm in D. Yeah, it is a hilly crit, man. It is a very hilly crit, and I don't appreciate that at all. It's just not good for me. But yeah, it was interesting to race those races because it's been a few months since I've done any kind of tiny race series. But definitely fun. Definitely fun. Generally, Lost was in there, so it's good to see familiar faces racing in there as well. I'm not sure if he's racing today or not. He's been in this time slot a few times. I know Peter just finished Brighton to London. Looks like he had a good ride. So that was awesome to see. I think he got to meet up with a couple of the Brits. that are in Kaboom, which is also very cool to see. So he'll be back dominating this time slot next week. So this might be my last chance to do okay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, my legs are And speaking of which, we will go with the tarmac, or sorry, the Venge. Nice, nice. Mine will be weather dependent. I need to get back out in the mountains. So like I said, it's been a bit of a quiet week. Way past fast, unfortunately, has been under the weather. He's just recovering now. So hopefully, you know, he gets over his bout of illness. I know that taking time off the bike has to suck too. All right, man. Thanks for dropping in, George. Appreciate the chit chat. Take care easy, man, and you have a good night's sleep. We will catch you later. If I can't sleep, might be back. I hope you can, man. It's important. You got to get that recovery in. Everybody needs that recovery sleep. Way too much climbing with this guy. I'll just slowly spin back down, and then we'll hit the pen. As my dog goes absolutely wild. I had to spend some time getting the HUD back to sauce. I think I have figured out a way to hopefully not have it fall apart like it's been doing for me in the setup. So we'll see how that goes. Let's take a look at this event. We'll see who's who. Notice any names? Oh, events. So we have 52 signed up. Oh, what? You're not seriously Cat C, are you, Tammy? I hope you're watching. That's sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. You can't possibly be Cat C. I've seen your numbers. you're gonna beat me up so bad. But that's awesome. Tammy's in here. Who else is in here? I don't see Elost. Elost has not joined us this week. I don't see anybody else. I don't see any other familiar name. Oh, Simon Bone. Got a few good Aussies in here. We got Ziwan from Malaysia. Hey, Pookie, how's it going? So we got a few regulars. Should be interesting. Like I said, Tammy is going to absolutely smack me around. So this will be fun. Pretty flat course. So we'll have to keep our eye on Tammy and see her. Oh boy! All right. Let's slowly spin those legs. I don't know. I just can't shake this very heavy leg feeling that I've had now for probably the better part of 3 weeks. But I'm not about to reduce the volume. That's just not what we're gonna do. That might be the wrong move, but that's how we're gonna roll this one. So what's new, Pookie? What's new with you? It was good to catch you today over on Twitch. I need to start watching you on YouTube, especially this week. Like, I had no reason to not watch you on YouTube. But I think it's weird because the one thing I do notice is I think because I'm Jay Durham on YouTube, but because a very old account on Twitch and I'm Paint Inc., a lot of people haven't made that connection that I'm the same person. But that's okay. If you're really old, you get it. If you're brand new, you might not. But some people do, and that's all that matters. Oh, like Spider-Man. That's right. Or it's like Superman. You take off the glasses, so you put on the glasses and nobody recognizes you. Which reminds me I need to set up an eye appointment to get the old goggles checked. And maybe if we're feeling frisky, we'll actually get contacts. I hate touching my eyeballs, man. I hate touching my eyeballs. Don't like it. I don't like things on them. It's maybe because once upon a time, I got a piece of metal in my eye and they had to pull it out. So that wasn't very fun. Very lucky with that. But yeah, I just get paranoid. It's one of those things. Causes me a lot of anxiety touching my eyeball. Getting things in my eye. That's why I wear giant sutros when I ride. Also, why when I saw all the photos from Canadian Nationals on Sunday, and the glasses in particular, how they were just mud, that would have really sucked. They need to make tearaways. Anybody that's ever ridden motocross knows what I mean. It's just like gone, tearaway. They need to do that for Oakley Sutros, at the very least. Something like that. And especially for gravel. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to take my shades off, put my eye protection off if it's particularly muddy. But at a certain point when you can't see anything, I'm not sure that you have a choice. I don't mind eating dirt, or bugs or whatever, dirt in my mouth, or whatever dirt on my face. It's the definitely the eyes. Definitely the eyes. So we got like 1:10 before we launch. We got 48 in the pen. Like I said, we had what, 51 signed up? 52 signed up, so it's going to be a busy one. I will do my best, guys, to stay connected the whole time. But I don't know. It's been way too long, I think, since I have done anything. I think the last race I won was a crit, but other than that, it's been pretty lackluster. Hey, Peter, congratulations on your Brighton-London ride. Looked like a good time. Took a look at the Wahoo. A good 4 hours. Hopefully you got to meet a few of the UK folks while you were over there. But let's get ready to do this. Nice. Getting a bit strung out. I agree. There's Tammy in the green Tron. Ah, how's your adventure going, Eric? I saw some photos, looks like fun. I think you were close to Quebec. Showing a green jersey, green Tron. Wow, wow. A lot of climbing. Problem is, Lee, there's a group of, it looks like that guy did make the bridge, so it's now 5 out front. It's going to be a fake ghost. I'm not going, Tammy, but let people think that I am. Let them push. Thanks, Hune, for the follow over on Twitch. Yeah, they have been pushing hard the whole time. This is battle for first of the worst. They got a Peter-like brake with no Peter. And that's to the rest. We're going to make a shirt that says first to the worst. You start making some cycling shirts like 80s action movies titles. They were. They still are. They're still averaging 274 watts. That's fair, Peter, that's fair. Be a nice welcome back gift for you, eh? Whew. By my screen, you had me, Tammy. Thanks, Pookie. Oh. There's no legs still. I feel bad for Z1. She was doing all kinds of pulling. All kinds of pulling. Oh, that was nice racing with Tammy. And Tammy was doing all kinds of pulling too. And I'm just a lazy old man. Oh, with no legs. Oh my God. I think I really need to take a week off the bike and just take a chill week, but I'm not smart enough to do that. It's too much, yeah, Z1's too light. She's been doing really good on the climbing stages, but she's really been putting the hurt into people, which has been awesome, and grabbing some podiums. She's here every week, so I appreciate it. I appreciate that dedication to a time slot, which she has. It's fantastic. You know, it's I always like to see the same names kind of kicking around. Lloyd got fourth. Fourth for Lloyd. I don't think you're going to get your wish there, Peter. He and 5 seconds behind, so it must have been like TF went off the front, like right at the beginning. He was, so what happened, if you guys missed it, T went off the front, T Freeds went off the front, I want to say like at the volcano in the first lap, and that down. And he was gone, and he had about 8 seconds, 9 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. And then, I don't know who went first out of there. There was 5 guys that went. 2 got pulled back. But they closed that gap, and then the working began or whatever. But I think Freeds was just super strong. Like, I don't think anybody was beating that. So he must be disappointed. Peter's not here, and Lloyd doesn't steal it for the weeks that you're gone. I think he was good last week though. But yeah, you're missed in this time slot, Peter. Even though you smash us all to little bits, me especially. And I mean, I should have pushed harder, but I just, like I said, I think I need a week off, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna get some distance in and get some bigger rides in. Not going on the big adventure, camping adventure that Eric is. Although it did cross my mind, to be honest, Eric, when I saw that you were bike packing to Quebec, I was kind of like, I should just bike pack to Jasper or something like that. Just the thing, but the problem is that this time of year, I looked at it. I wanted to do a base camp in Banff and do a fair bit of mountain stuff, but the price, right now, because it's tourist season, is just unreal. At $500 a night will pass. I'll drive an hour every morning if I have to go. I mean, an hour is not that far, but I kind of like to just roll out of bed, take my time. Yeah, I think Freed's is close to an upgrade. I think there's a few people kind of going. It's interesting. Price there must have been very efficient at 2.6 to be third. To me, that's impressive. That's very impressive. But there we go. So I have a washing machine to fix, so I got to take a shower, get on that. Got to get that fixed, or next stream you guys will probably smell me wherever you are if I don't get that fixed and running. So I got to replace a coupler in there. It'll take me a couple hours, so appreciate it. Thank you so much. Lee, Peter, Pookie Butts, Eric, everybody for dropping in. Thanks, Tammy, Z1, everybody for racing. George for being in earlier. Hopefully you fell asleep and that you didn't, you haven't been watching this and listening to this as you're trying to sleep. But thanks again for tuning in, guys. I've been experimenting with the shorts live streams. So the verticals, I've just been doing my morning weight training. This morning was the first one to see how it goes. Might do that, who knows. But if you want to chit chat in the morning, which is super early for me, but probably around lunchtime for everybody else that watches this channel, more than welcome to drop in. So appreciate it, guys. Again, great job, guys, with Brighton to London. It was awesome seeing the Wahoo stuff, and hopefully you guys all had a fantastic ride. Would have been super fun. And best of luck, Eric, on the rest of your trip, and we will catch you all later. Until next time, see ya.